Is thrifting for someone else really that hard? Wait a minute. I'm not on my channel. That's right, my dear friend Dress Me Up Scotty and I are doing collab videos where I have thrifted a box of goodies for her and she is sending me some as well. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Stephanie Canada. Yes, just like that country, and no, I don't live there. And I standardly do crazy sewing things, go to conventions and show you what I make, and general obscenely large DIY house projects. What are we doing today? I went to every estate sale, thrift store, and anything resembling a garage sale here in Orlando, Florida, to find goodies for Scotty's Whimsigoth themed box that I have made for her. So let's go thrifting. Day 1, attempt number 1, to find Scotty Whimsigoth items for her mystery box. Now, what we are looking for are the things on Scotty's Pinterest. I have studied it. I have a general idea of what I'm looking for. Now, I am at my preferred Goodwill, preferred being the closest one to me. Do I wish there was a better thrift store that wasn't Goodwill close to me? Absolutely I do, but it's what you get in tourist town. So I'm gonna start here because it's the one that I know the best. Now, what I also know is that you usually don't find 2000s and 90s things here. However, I've found 50s things here before, so you never know. Let's go inside. And so, dear viewer, she ventured forth into the Goodwill, heading first for the dresses. And whilst shopping, found the most peculiar of sleeve and had to investigate. And after finding many things that were just too small, she realized this might be harder than she thought it was going to be. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. But hark, beyond a small pastel army of tiny little men, she found treasure. Well, that was harder than I thought it was going to be. Because, yeah, I found some lovely options. They're all modern, which is not the goal here. And there were a couple, like, vintage-ish ones, probably from, like, mid-2000s. But they were too small. Like, real too small. So I did find one thing. One very cool thing. So one thing down, so many more to go. Let's go to stop number 2. And now we are here at stop number 2 for today, which is my favorite in Orlando, Out of the Closet. I'm really hoping that they actually have something I'm looking for, as opposed to Goodwill, which is, it's just Goodwill. So let's go inside and find out. Okay, so I chickened out of most vlogging in there because I forgot how small that venue is. But I found one thing that the sleeves aren't right, but the idea is, and I think if I can find other pieces that are more flouncy, that it will be fine. And then I did try to cheat a little by going to a few local vintage shops that I knew. However, I was thwarted. So I kept going. We are here now at Funk's Vintage, which is a new vintage shop in Orlando that does vintage clothes by the pound. And according to their sign right over there, it says that they are the Orlando's largest vintage clothing store. So let's put them to the test. I also don't know if I can film in there, but I'll try. Well, again, there was some cute stuff in there, but it's not what Scotty's looking for. And also not what I'm looking for. Flash forward a month later when I am taking a wonderful trip out to Seattle for a 2-part adventure of So Expo and Emerald City Comic Con. I even squeezed in some thrifting. But I will save those treasures for Scotty to show you. And with that, I think it is time to wrap up our box and ship it out to Colorado to see what Scotty thinks.
And now, for your viewing pleasure, I will unbox and react to this box. I'm really excited to see what Stephanie sent me. Of course, it's not an unboxing video without using my frickin' dagger. It's the only thing I use it for. Remember kids, cut away from your body. Ooh, there's a note. Ooh, and there's stickers. Go check out Backroom Finds Shop. So first, on the top, it is a sweater.
So this is the thing that will season out the fastest, but it is Colorado, so it won't be out long. It's this glorious crochet giant duster thing. I love all the colors along the back here. It is a bit warmer of a tone than I think Scotty usually goes for because it's not quite in that jewel family, but I feel like it could still work with some of the darker reddish, purplishes in her wardrobe.
Oh my goodness. This is so like 70s. And does it say Madewell? No, Wrangler. I can read cursive. I wasn't struggling. So we're gonna try these things on after we unbox it. Next, ooh, we have a skirt.
Look at that! It's so good! And it's a border print. And yes, it's vintage. So of course there is something minorly wrong with it. You got some type of either stain or unknown dye problem in this skirt. So I think that's just one of those things that we just go, that's vintage, and we move on with our lives. Now, I am a tiny bit nervous that this is gonna be slightly too small, but there is an extra inch here on this. So like we could move the buttons out some. It would make a little bit of a weird gap at the top, but that's how I do things sometimes. So
sorry for all the rustling noises. I'm just gonna move that way. We have this, again, it's kind of like 70s boho. And it's also a little bit like medieval tapestry a little bit with like 60s, 70s colors. Ooh, I do love, ooh. We've got lace, we've got green. We have this lacy green top.
And next we have something straight out, like what I envision a fairy would be flouncing through in the forest, this little green top. Again, very cute, very flowy. Unfortunately, not as big as sleeves as we were hoping for, but there is some distinct sleeve situation happening here. So I will take it. Look at the cute little scarf that I got to go with it. It's a little lettuce. This has got to be newer, but it's like a little lettuce crochet scarf that someone clearly worked very hard on. And it's precious and it's pink and green. And I fear the pink might be too bright, but you gotta try because it goes with the green top so very well.
Ooh, and then I actually almost thrifted a scarf like this. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
I'm recording. I almost thrifted a scarf like this recently, but it was just all green. I'm definitely gonna get some use out of this. I absolutely love this. See, velvet. Oh, there's something in it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, what is that?
Oh my. So I was flabbergasted at the velvet, and then I saw that. Hold on, we're gonna move this. Oh my goodness.
But this honestly has the purples, it has the blacks, it has the dark green velvet, and it's enough of a mashup that I feel like Scotty could either wear it as is as a layering piece, or could tear it up and use it for something else. Neither of which will hurt my soul.
So it's got like multiple textures and colors going on. So we've got this zigzag. I have no idea if you can see this in the camera. It looks pitch black to me in the camera. But then we have this purple burnout velvet, more of the zigzag, and then a black floral burnout velvet. This will be a really nice shacket to throw over like a kimono kind of situation. Very Florence Welch, very Stevie Nicks. We have a few more items. This was a big box. Ooh, what, pray tell, is this? Is this a jacket? Is it a scarf? We will find out. I believe it is some foresty fabric that I can craft with. There is a box inside of the box. Where's my stabby stab? Poppy, it is not safe for you right here. I'm really scared for you right now. Your mother is not coordinated.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
The other thing I found is well, okay, listen, it's one of my favorite things that I found. So that is a thing in which to hold your trinkets.
It's a dragon. I love him. Oh my gosh, look at him. Hold on. Hold the phone. What? Oh, it's a box. Even better. I thought this was just like a statue, but no. It's a friggin' box for my trinkets.
Yes, indeed. That is a dragon trinket box that has like a little lifty off lid. It's got a little bit of room in there. I adore this thing. If I wasn't doing this collaboration with Scotty, I probably would have kept this because it's spectacular. But then we remember that we live in Orlando, where Goodwill's prices are out of pocket. Quite literally, they took all the cash out of my pocket. That's right, you saw that correct. $16.99 for this hoe. That's the only price I'm really gonna harp on here because it just felt very overpriced for a dragon sans toe.
Ooh.
Now this one, I think, with the correct dip dye into a darker color, will be spectacular. Because the color as is isn't bad, but for me, it's the sleeves on this one. And we'll start with the good part. Check out that sleeve. And yes, this is all lace. So this is a lace overshirt, little crop number, very cute. I really feel like with a good purple bath or a blue bath to bring it down away from this like light plum, that I think this will be lovely.
Sleeves, hello, throw the box. This will be cute with some like, I'm not gonna spoil how I'm gonna style it. Okay, first, there's a couple things in here. First of all, bracelet.
Look at that. It's a little goldy plated bracelet with leaves on it. I love this thing. Again, if we weren't doing this collab, I probably would have just kept this because this is spectacular.
Second of all,
check those out. Look at the sun and moons. Oh, they're so good. So these are super cute and they've got these little like dangles at the bottom too. And there's a sun, a moon, a star, all the good things.
you know, I lost the backing of one of my earrings earlier today and I had to put the earrings in my purse while we were out doing adulting things, going to the DMV and stuff. So I had to take my earrings off. So now, it's because my camera detects eyeballs. But hello. Teeny little leaf earrings.
The cutest little leaf earrings. They are just so precious. They're very small though.
It's okay. I'm glad I caught that. I was like, I didn't see it at first. That's sneaky. The box is not empty, folks. We still have a couple more items. Sorry, I see a color. Excuse me.
There are some garments that when you see them, you just know, right? You just know. Now, do I know if this will fit? No. Am I absolutely terrified that it's too small? Yes, but I am hoping, because this garment has a lace-up back, that this will fit. It's truly spectacular. Look at this thing! This is a sparkle star thin strapped lace-up back evening gown with like a small built-in petticoat to go along with it. I cannot describe to you the squeal that was squalled when this was found. And I can't even say that I'm the one that found it, because this was absolutely found by my friend Christina. Yeah, that's right. that's who found this, and I hear this "Ah!" from across the thrift store, and I go hightailing it over there, only to see the most perfect sun deep blue jewel tone evening gown.
Bruh.
Well, I have something to wear this to. I'm going on a little trip. I don't know, this video is probably gonna come out after the trip, but I'm going on a fantasy retreat. And it's a sparkly blue dress. We gotta try this on. I hope it fits. I think this is the thing that she was hoping would fit me, that she didn't want to spoil. She was like, I don't want to give anything away, but I found something really cool and I hope it fits you, and I think that's it.
I really hope that Scotty loves all of these and finds ways to wear all of these. Now, if that doesn't happen, there is a backup plan.
We have a couple more items, so.
And the backup plan is this.
I don't have this one.
I am going to send Scotty this original 1970s McCall 9538 dress in almost exactly her measurements. So the reason I want to send this to her is because of the way this sleeve interacts with this skirt. I think it's truly wonderful, and if Scotty is looking to grow in her sewing journey, this will certainly help her.
Okay, one last item.
Oh yes, and we will also find a little bit of vintage fabric to go along with it.
Ooh, this is fabric, so I'm guessing this is to go together. Let me give you guys a good look at the fabric. It's very 60s, 70s, and that would actually go perfect for this. I wonder, she probably gave me enough yardage to make sure there's nothing else hiding. Nope, future sewing project, possibly. But don't go anywhere, kids. We're gonna try on the clothes and see if they fit.
Oh, what's her name?
Stephanie?
Thrifted this?
Yes.
Holy, that's so cool.
It's a box.
It's a box?
Open it.
Oh, shoot. You could put this in our room, like put jewelry or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Like dragon hoarding treasures. Yeah. You know? That's so cool. Thank you, Stephanie. That is really dope.
Okay, so this one, she's just a little bit big. Gaping in the back. However, we do have some options. I could A, take it in, B, wear a corset, or C, not touch it and just save it for clients and people that I work with. Because it is adjustable with the corset in the back and it has a lot of room, and I'd hate to just chop up a dress, especially since I'm not skilled. But it is beautiful. Look how shimmery it is. Just don't look at the back. This is how I think this top is supposed to be worn because of where the tag is located. However, I do not have the dexterity to zip myself up. So we're gonna try something. My ring's getting caught. You gotta like zhuzh it a little. Maybe pin it. But hey, it's a jacket now. We need a belt. Pete, my favorite thrift find of ever? That's a word. I got it off eBay. Technically not a thrift find. I'm sorry, who is she? This, I dare say, is a look. Do I want to rip the zipper out? Yes. But I was thinking I could do a little crafty situation, remove the zipper, maybe add some ribbon to this or something, and just make it a little tie moment, make it a bolero. Just remember, kids, your clothes, your rules. Thrift, flip, and craft to your heart's content. A not so pro tip, if you're going to wear an oversized jacket or shirt, roll up the sleeves to, I don't know, it looks more flattering that way, I guess, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not a professional. Also, so fashionable with my crew socks. Listen, we're only halfway professionals on this channel. I do feel the temptation to add the belt again. Oh my God. I wear this with everything. You can put it up higher. I kind of like it hanging low. Just need my pointed boots and some tights or my sandals for summertime. With this same base, because I'm lazy, I'm gonna try the sweater. Okay. Short skirt, long jacket moment. I don't know if I'd wear it with this skirt. I need to get like a skirt like this shape, but red or orange or green. Wait. No, I don't. I need my knee-high boots for this though. I thought this one deserved a little hobbity moment. I did want to wear one of my belts with leaves on it, but I could not find it. I'm still organizing. But what do you guys think? Unfortunately, the skirt's a little bit too tight on me. It does zip up, it does button up, but she's a little tight. The scarf, however, is a sleigh, and I really like how you wrap it around the neck like that. Kind of reminds me of one of those medieval collars. Just a little bit. And I just noticed something on this fabric. See if I can capture it. But look, there's like a maiden. Hold on. I need to like, there's like a maiden and, here we go. Can you see it? There's some silhouettes. Coordinate with a viewfinder. Pish posh.
Several days later.
So before we wrap things up for this video, I just wanted to jump onto a quick call with Stephanie to let her know how everything worked out and also get her reactions to my reaction. We also talked a bit about her thoughts on the things that I sent her. However, that's going to be in her video, which will be linked down below. Also, I just want to note that I'm an idiot and I forgot to screen record my POV, so you guys are only getting Stephanie's POV as well as my camera. I also got this brand new nifty microphone. However, it was not microphoning when I filmed this clip, so I tried, okay? I'm trying to be professional. Someday, I'll get it right.
Flashback.
Hello, hi Stephanie. I have in my possession all of the goodies that you sent me, and I wanted to show you what my favorites are. Why do I sound like King Julian right there?
I don't know.
Can you guess what my favorite was?
I'm gonna go with, I think it's the dragon horde chest thingy. Yes!
Yes, it was my favorite. I also showed it to my husband, and he was very stoked.
Yes! Excellent.
And he was like, you can put your trinkets in it. And I was like, exactly.
That's literally what I wanted.
I also absolutely love this like little scarf.
Yes!
It is so fairy.
Oh my gosh.
Like in a previous video when I was thrifting out in Colorado, there was actually one very similar but all green. And I didn't grab it because I had bought so much stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't. And then later I was looking back at the footage and I was like, dang it. I love the pink and green because, you know, I love my like flower fairy moment.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of skew a little bit darker, but in the spring I do like the Cicely Mary Barker fairies.
Okay, that was my concern. I was like, oh no, it might be too pink, but like I'm still gonna get it because it was so freaking cute.
Yeah. See, I like pink as long as it's not like the whole getup. Like the really light blush pinks, like the Selkie dress pink.
Yeah.
Washes me out. But actually, you know what was actually perfect?
Really?
This color. So I actually really like how this looks on my skin tone, so I will not be dyeing it. Unless I'm like, you know what, she could use a little ombre. But what I am doing with it is I'm turning it into a jacket. Because for the life of me, I can't zip it up. Oh no! Like it's not because of the zipper. It's because I don't have the dexterity to like zip it up.
Got it.
I could probably, and then it's like high neck, and I'm like, ugh. But I turned it around. I already tried it on. I already styled it, and I already really love it with an outfit. So I went in and I seam ripped out the zipper, and I just have to do like some sort of finishing on it.
Yeah.
I might take the collar out, but so I actually really love this.
Yay!
And also, this is super rad. Like,
isn't that fun?
It's so cool. It's so 70s, and I love how long it is. I love a good long sweater moment, and I don't really have many.
Oh, good.
So this is really cool. I just want to get, it's inspiring me to get a red skirt or a green, like, pencil skirt.
Yeah.
You'll see how I styled it. I styled it with my purple pencil skirt, but the colors weren't going. But I'm like, I like the fit idea.
Yeah.
With this.
Oh, cool.
So,
yay.
I bet you're curious to see how this guy fits.
Oh my god, I'm like dying. Please, please, God, tell me it fit. Because I saw that, I was like, like, I lost my dang mind.
So good news and bad news.
Okay. Oh no.
Good news is it's not too small.
Okay.
Bad news is it's too big.
No way.
But that's fine
Okay.
Because, and I mentioned this in the video, I am doing a lot of like photography retreats with photographers and having an inclusive wardrobe with the span of different sizes from extra small up to plus sizes. This is like a really beautiful dress that I know a lot of people will gravitate to. So I'm going to add this to my fantasy closet because I feel like this would fit like size 10, 12, but that is fine. I'm not going to cut her up. I'm going to save her for someone else to wear because y'all will see and you will see the footage that will be coming out in coming weeks of the fantasy retreats and like the stuff that we can do with just like a basic dress and then the draping on top of that. I'm imagining this with one of the liquid fabrics for like a celestial look.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
That's gonna be really cool. I'm so excited. Also, I love that Christina's the one who found it. I was like, it's Christina!
Yep. Literally, from across the thrift store, I hear, ah! And I'm like, oh God, she found something, go!
And then this guy was actually a little bit too small, but I feel like I'm super bloated right now.
Okay.
So I wanna like wait a couple weeks to see how this fits, but it is super cool. And I mentioned that like these remind me of the flags, like medieval flags, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they carry around for the joust.
Yeah.
So it's very much giving Renaissance revival, medieval revival a little bit.
Yeah, because that's from that's actually 70s is what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I didn't grab the green top. It's somewhere in my closet, but that one's really cute too. And I didn't watch your video till after I like unboxed everything and I saw how you styled it after the fact. I'm like, that would have been good, but I did style it in a hobbity outfit because it's
cute.
It's very hobbity.
Yeah.
You'll see my reaction to this.
Yay!
The scream I scrumped. I was like, it's celestial. I love it. And I have a brooch that I think is like by this artist or something.
Cool.
But it's that pewter. I got it at an antique market.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not antique, it's probably vintage. There's a distinction.
Yes.
Let's not age ourselves too much. I immediately put these on because I've been wanting more celestial jewelry.
Yeah.
And also like this is super cool. Definitely gonna wear this to a Ren fair.
Yeah, oh my gosh, the leaf one. I love
leaf?
that. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, does Scotty need the leaves? Yes, Stephanie said
I just need help putting on bracelets because again, but also I almost missed these because they were hiding. I was like, ooh, sneaky. The last thing that I have I'm really excited for this. I have really wanted to make medieval revival style dresses and I think this might be the pattern to go with. But there's some other patterns I have my eye on that I'm gonna be looking for, but like the cut, the sleeves, it's absolutely perfect.
Yay!
I have very much been inspired by like all of the images coming from like the early Renaissance fairs, how bright and colorful and campy they were, and I really want to recreate those. Like I love myself some high fantasy, but also I want some campy fantasy.
Absolutely.
So I'm very much excited for this. Oops, I'm hitting my microphone. Hello. And also this is so cool. These aren't usually the colors I go for, but I am trying to make myself wear blue more. So it's like you read my mind, that I'm challenging myself to do blue.
I even thought like, even if you just made the bottom sleeve and the skirt portion out of that and then put something else as the base, like that was my thought. But like you do with it whatever floats your fancy. But like that, I was like, oh, this would be super cool with this pattern. And it's the 70s, so most of them could handle knits. There are patterns that specifically say like suitable for knits only, but like most of the patterns you could go either way. So
that's awesome. And I love that you thought about that because you're super knowledgeable when it comes to patterns and stuff. So the fact that you also thought to send like a recommended fabric to go with it, I thought was a really nice touch. Because I've been telling people I'm gonna sew for like years, but I keep chickening out because I'm such a perfectionist, and if I don't take to a skill right away, I tend to give up.
I understand.
Luckily, YouTube, I was pretty good at that, and I didn't fail immediately, so I kept to that for the last 3 years. But when it comes to sewing, I'm like, I'm so scared, because my mom, she grew up sewing. She went to home ec, she made her own clothes, and so like the pressure's on, and my mom has always been like, I'll teach you how to sew, but then I'm like...
I'm really glad that you liked them. I was concerned about a few, but I am so glad that you've been able to like find things. And the things that I thought were the biggest misses apparently were the ones that you were like, I want to do all the things. And like, I honestly thought that mauve lace thing, like I knew the sleeve was spectacular, but I was really concerned. I was like, this is not in the color world that she sent me. Crap. That's why I was like, maybe you can dye it. And not that kind. The kind where you dip the shirt in the thing. We don't care about the other kind. But yeah, so the fact that that's the thing that you were like, I've already ripped this apart and I'm going to use it. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because I realize I have a lot of the dark colors, but sometimes you need the complementary lighter colors to go with it, as long as it's not like too light, but it's at a good medium tone to where it does go good with my darker like velvet skirts and my darker tops. So it's nice to just be able to throw over to complement an outfit so it's not all one tone, which is nice. So you were ahead of me with that one. You did great. Yay! And also like this is going to be a family heirloom from now on. My children, unless it gets broken, but my children and my children's children will pass this down. I will love it and cherish it forever.
Hey now, what toeless wonder there, he takes offense to that.
I almost didn't even notice the toe until he was up on my bookcase, and I was like, oh.
I didn't notice until I had like had him in the car. I was like, oh, you're down a toe. That doesn't stop.
Well, shame on them for charging, what, $16 for a toeless?
17.
I would have asked for a discount. That's
17 whole dollars. Oh no, they don't do that. Not in Florida. Mm-mm.
So this was so fun to collab with you, Stephanie. Honestly, I've been wanting to do a collaboration for so long, and I feel like you were like the perfect person to collaborate with. And I really hope everyone who's watching this goes over to Stephanie's channel to watch her video as well, to see what I found her and what she made. I'm gonna wrap it up after I say goodbye to Stephanie, and yeah.
So that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you guys so much for watching and going on this journey with us. Let me know what was your guys' favorite that Stephanie sent me. And also don't forget to hit the like button because it really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed, if you're coming from Stephanie's channel, or if you just randomly clicked this video and you enjoyed your time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification if you would like to be notified when I upload new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.